Hello and welcome back, it's Repulsive Raccoon, aka your favorite trash panda. Today we are once again playing Raiders of Blackveil and we are continuing with our mini-series where we're sending every perk to the absolute maximum, or at least trying our best to. So far we've done Warlock, Mage, Druid, and Guardian, and today we are going to be sending Warrior just to see what it's truly capable of and seeing how much damage Bleed really does. For our gear, we're using the Ironhorn's Guard Fist. We're using the Spiked Plate. We're using these Chained Foot Guards. I have another one with perk rarity on it, but this one has Fury and Bleed damage on it. So both perks, or both stats we really want. This Atlas Monster Hunter Gauntlets also have Bleed and Fury damage on it. There really isn't any good rings for this build, so we are just throwing on the Ring of Protection for that better perk rarity, and this one just happens to have cooldown reduction on it. And then we're using Amulet of the Sapphire Brotherhood because this one has Uber crit chance on it and it has more bleed damage. But if you find yourself enjoying today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. And with that being said, let's just get straight into it. I know Bleed does some of the most damage in the game already, but how does it compare to a lot of the other ones? Because when I did, for example, Warlock, the curse damage was so insanely strong. It was making up for around 30% of our overall damage, which was crazy to think about. Hopefully we might just take Assassin here. I'll reroll one more time. Okay, we got the Warrior. We're gonna need everything anyways. We'll just go with that. Go for some scrap. I'm gonna need more of it. I'm broke on glitter and scrap all the time. The reason we went for the Bleeding Axe is just for all these small enemies. It helps us just clear a little bit. We also already have that bleed damage just going. How much scrap does this actually give us? Okay, it gives us around 700 scrap. I don't actually think I've ever paid attention to the scrap rooms and how much it actually gives me, but that is nice to know for just future reference if I ever want to go on a scrap run. Oh, this is going to be nice. There we go. We also get a free bandage out of it. Whoopsies. I always throw away something and then immediately pick it up. We are just going to take Assassin off rip just to get those duo perks going. I still didn't pick up the glitter. There we go. Neither one of these really matter a whole lot. Our inventory is already full. I might throw away something, but not sure yet. I have to take a look. I always kind of like say I'm going to do something and then immediately change my mind on it. But as you can see, these bleeding axes are already helping us just clear these beginning parts. With Ironhorn, it always feels a bit slow of a start until you start getting a lot of perks. Even right now, just taking Warrior early and everything with on-kill just really helps you clear early on. So if you are struggling with the earlier stages, I would recommend taking the on-kill hits. Just because the moment you kill something, it's just super nice. The Chained Foot Guards is one of my favorite mythic items in the entire game. Just being able to freely disrupt the enemies is so huge. Legendary. One of these days I'll get one. We're going to take Assassin again, and we've already got those duo perks going. We got a Legendary. We got Back to Basics. Critical Strike have a 50% chance to increase our next attack by 100% damage. One of the best offensive perks we could have grabbed. Especially having it this early. Most of the time it takes me a while on my runs before I end up grabbing it. Oh, we got the perk room this early? The Gamba room? Okay. Well, we're just gonna full send the perk machine. There's some Warrior Assassin. Some more Assassin. Guardian's okay. We'll end up grabbing a decent amount of Guardian just for like blood explosions. Bleeding enemies are poisoned. It was giving me a lot of Warrior and Assassin perks there. It keeps giving me more of both of those. I will definitely not complain. Okay, now it's starting to give me other stuff. There we go. For a second, I thought it was only giving me Warrior and Assassin. Wait. There's no way. This is insane. We got the Mythic Assassin perk this early on when our bleeding deals poison. This is an insane damage buff. Oh, this is going to be an insane run. We're not taking that. Or Warrior. Vertical strikes have a chance of granting Fury. And we are going to try to leave the 45 left, just because we might as well full send this to the moon, because we're going to be broke anyways. I can't really even be mad if I lose too much here. Just because of the fact that we got the Mythic perk. I'll roll it one more time. I mean, I can only really roll it one more time. Alright, let's hit the money machine. Alright, that is perfectly fine. That was insane. This is already insane. I don't even really know what to say. We're gonna have so much damage. We just need more bleed, that way we can trigger more poisons, which gives us more crit damage. Also, I wonder if it tracks our crit damage as it's going. So, right there it said 316. Does it go down now that I'm not killing anything? Yeah, it goes down to 216. I could have also misread it. It could have already been 216. Oh, there's Cascade. Cascade being one of the best ones, just because there's the one where when stunning an enemy that's bleeding, you have that chance for blood explosion. And Cascade just makes it so we perpetually stun the enemies. Which is crazy that we got pretty much both the best stun options off of Guardian this early as well. Just the attack on stun and Cascade. I'm just going to go for the attack speed here. We will end up maxing it out eventually, but just having more early on is really going to help us out. Yeah, the Mythic perk isn't... It's going, but you're not going to see it do a whole lot of damage super early on. I mean, our crit damage did go up to 456 there, so already a 200% gain. So I say it's not doing a whole lot, but it is putting in probably some of the most work for us already. I wonder if it would be possible to get the Warrior Mythic perk on Loop 1 as well. If we did that, we would be on an insane run. We do already have all the duo perks unlocked for Warrior, though, so it's going to be just a little bit harder trying to get there. We're already at 10 Assassin. I'll pick up some more. Hopefully we get something with Warrior. I'll reroll this. And there you go. Damage against bleeding enemies grants us a 15% crit chance. If we can get the other Assassin Legendary, where whenever we attack a poisoned enemy, we gain the crit chance as well. As you can see, though, the clearing potential is nuts right now. I'll re-roll. This one's just good. It's just more bleeding. I was thinking about getting greedy just to see if we could hit the Mythic, but there is no point right now. We might do it on a double perk chest. Not that that really changes anything, but let's hit the money one first. We're just trying to get 2 perks out of this perk machine here. More assassin. And more mage. I'll try one more time. We're not going to take the special grants barrier. Just because it'll mess with armor plates once we eventually get them. We have another legendary chest as well. No legendary. For those that have been watching, it's probably been like 50 or so legendary chests. I don't think I've opened that many, to be fair. But it has been a lot of legendary chests before I got my last drop from it, whether it be a legendary or a mythic. We're going to take double movement speed here. I end up losing a ton of movement speed later on just by taking the 15% one to gain more health and more attack damage. Alright, it's a bunch of small enemies with poison puddles. Thankfully, it's early on, so there shouldn't be, like, a whole lot of them. When on later loops, it can take you just minutes to clear one of these rooms. Especially when playing with cannon fodder. That's what I would say the only downside of running with cannon fodder is you end up spending a lot of time dealing with all those smaller enemies. You got a double perk room, though. We'll definitely re-roll this chest for Warrior. We'll then be at rank 10 Warrior as well. There you go. More Assassin, but no, we want the Warrior here. I'll re-roll. There's the stunning an enemy grants a blood explosion. I'll re-roll again, though. And critical strikes now apply bleed. And we'll go with the come closer one. So our crit strikes apply bleed, which then triggers poison, which then gives us crit damage. Okay. Oh, we are destroying these enemies. I actually think this has potential of being my best run. Which is crazy to say. Like, I still have to focus up and make sure I don't do something really stupid because I'll end up getting overconfident and dying. But this is nuts. The cat has entered the room. She demands to be pet. I don't know if you can hear her meowing. I didn't mean to hit that again. I mean, we won, so that's okay. Already back to being over 1,000. 1,000 black coin, that is. Let's see. Alright, we'll take the special. Hopefully she just goes lays down. I didn't pet her for for too long, and when I don't do that, she'll start getting mad. She'll end up starting to knock things over. Double black coin on the mini boss is super huge. We'll be at close to another 2,000 actually. So we are definitely going to be doing this. And yeah, we have pretty good damage. I would say we have pretty good damage. Got a reroll token back from it too. I haven't even used my ultimate. I'm kind of scared to see how much that is going to do. I'll go with Mystery Room. Hopefully we do get sewers. Free perk is also perfectly okay. More warrior. And another legendary. Pulling an enemy unleashes a huge cleave around us. We have 2 legendary warriors, the Mythic Assassin and a legendary assassin already. Still got all our bandages. We're going to lose a few of them. Okay, my enrage was just it's just kind of going up. Do I have something? Oh no, that's Fury. That's when out of danger I gain Fury. Okay. For some reason I thought that was the enrage marker, but it's not. Well, that's that boss dead. And a looping we shall continue. Not that we shall continue, we're gonna loop. I forgot that the other word is continue as well, so I always get a little bit confused. Critical strikes have a chance to throw a bleeding axe. That one is super strong. We'll take it for now. I just don't want to burn through all my reroll tokens. And just take all the purples. I don't think I will be able to close out the warrior tree on this loop, but I'll be very close to doing so. And there's our first legendary. Got some candle wax slippers. Not too bad. Most of the time I end up going a while before I see a legendary. So we got one on loop 2. I cannot complain. Not complain at all. Now I just need a little bit more pulling and we'll be golden. Take Guardian here just to hopefully get a duo perk. There's a duo with Assassin, but we are here for Warrior. The other one was really good, though. I would recommend attacking a stunned enemy spawns a shuriken around you, just because that's more chance for crits, more chance for all your other effects to trigger. It'll just end up being a lot more damage in the long run. Just something to keep in mind. I guess I just go for more black coin here. We're going to be at over 2,000. The last one did give us a mythic perk. We already encountered it. So I don't know if this one is going to be better. I mean, the only way it can be better is if it gave us a mythic plus something else. But let's see what it's going to give us. Killing an enemy has a chance to enrage. That's perfectly fine. Druid is really nice. More Guardian. Was that Agitate? No, it was Retaliation. Okay. Then hopefully we do get a few Warriors out of here. More assassin wouldn't be bad either. Hitting a lot of priest. There's some more assassin, more assassin. More assassin. And killing a stunned enemy permanently gives us max HP. Burning an enemy that's already burning causes an explosion. Hopefully we get at least one warrior. That would be nice. More assassin. Alright, on our last one. If we don't get it here, that's perfectly okay. We still got a lot of really good perks. We just didn't pick up more warrior. But we got a decent amount of our rank 10s going up. We got another room. Got more gambling. I'm just going to do the 2 times. Hopefully we end up winning this. And we're just going to hit this twice. Or at least try to. There's more assassin. There you go, warrior. We have a perfect amount. We're at 0. Okay, there you go. We are officially completely broke. Out of all of that, we ended with 1 warrior between both the rooms. I always forget that. Even with the shields, you can't push them, but you also can't pull them when they have the shields. There you go, there's warrior. Pulling an enemy, we'll just go with war cry. I've also started opening all the chests with keys just a lot more. I just end up having so many spare keys the later on I go that I end up just kind of tossing them. So I just need to get in the habit of whenever I see a locked chest, I just open it. More attack speed. I wish there wasn't a... Like, obviously it'll probably end up breaking the game, but I wish there wasn't a limit on actual stats. The cat wants out of the room. Gets really... She needs her attention. But for attack speed, it caps at 150%, and I'm already at 129. So we're already at the point of not needing any more attack speed, just a little bit more, but it'll probably end up doing really bad things to the game if it went higher, but I would like it to go higher, just because if you really wanted to do like a wonky build, like go pure attack speed, I feel like that would be fun. So maybe it's something they could look into. Obviously, you can't have like 100% defensive reductions or anything like that just because, well, then you'd be immune. But they could still do something along the lines. We'll definitely take this one. Both of the Bloodlust and Big Boy are super good, but we are going to go with Big Boy. I am going to start doing all these like perk and like glitter perk and scrap rooms. Just because I mentioned it before, but I have absolutely nothing. I go through all my reroll tokens constantly. No reason not to. I'm pretty confident in our abilities right now. And then even more so later on once we get more pulling, more stunning. Enemies will have a pretty hard time doing anything to us. I'm going to take Guardian here just to try getting closer to that rank 10 bonus. More poison, that's perfectly fine. And the nice thing is when you use a key and you get one back, you just get free resources for it. Especially if you end up getting like a bandage on top of it. It's super nice. Free perk. And there's rank 10 Guardian. I'll reroll this. Taunting an enemy throws a bleeding axe. Yes, please. The Guardian has a lot of bleed payoffs. That one's the big one. Now we just have to get Agitate whenever we stun an enemy. We also taunt them, because then we'll end up throwing way, way, way more bleeding axes. And here's a small little money machine. Winner, winner, winner. Nice, we won the 3 times in a row. That is our cue to walk away. Double movement speed again. I could go for that, but I am going to go for the cooldown reduction. We are probably going to max out on cooldown reduction eventually, but just having it earlier is super nice. I do believe the cooldown reduction caps out, I believe, at 70%. I could be wrong, but I believe it's somewhere around 70% that the cooldown reduction does cap out at. We'll just hit 2 perks here. There's Guardian. And more burn. Not that we're doing a whole lot of that. What is our cooldown reduction looking like right now? It's all over the place, but it's making pretty good progress. Double perks. After this, we should be close to rank 20 warrior. We will be over rank 20 warrior. And another legendary chest. This is probably the most amount of legendary chests I've seen this early on a run. I believe that's 3 of them. I can't recall ever seeing more. Most of the time, I'll end up going multiple loops and multiple runs before I end up seeing one. Attack has a chance to spawn a blade around us that deals more bleed, and stunning an enemy grants us more attack damage. Surely we get a legendary. Well, we got nothing good out of that one. We got absolutely nothing good out of that one. That one was a sad legendary chest. I've gotten better stuff out of just the like silver ones. Speaking of silver ones, I have 3 keys left though, so I'm gonna just save just for now. I do have to remember to go back to opening them once I get a little bit more though. Depending on what this mini-boss is, I feel like the only thing I really want from the mini-boss is either a crit chance or just more coin. I don't know what else it could offer me. Well, it gave me both the things I was asking for, so I feel like I am legally obligated to take this mini-boss because that's the first time, not the first time, but you don't see both of them very often. And yeah, our damage is A-okay to be handling them right now. That's actually insane. This run, I feel like this is just a super lucky run. We got a Mythic perk, loop 1, from a gambling machine. I have multiple legendary chests. I asked for something from the mini-boss and they gave me both. I think the only thing that would be crazier at this point is if we got the Warrior Mythic before the final boss, but we cannot ask for the whole world. I'm just going to let it be. We still haven't found a sewers room, which is going to be a lot more perks for us, so hopefully this is one. It's not, it's more gambling. Let's see what we get. Alright, we got some Druid perks now. More Warlock. More Guardian. I'll just send this perk machine. Critical strikes reduce our ultimate. Gain attack speed, and poisoned enemies are periodically shocked. More Warlock. I think we got 2 of the exact same perk out of that one. Got an extra special charge. And we ended up winning a lot from this perk machine. Oh, we ended up winning a lot, and stunning enemy causes a burning meteor to fall on it. That perk machine was amazing. We only lost, I believe, once or twice on it. And we will definitely be able to... Maybe not definitely, but hopefully we are able to max out Warrior on the next loop. That would be ideal. Our damage is in a really good spot, I would say. This one's not bad, but our one that we currently have is definitely better. What warriors do we really want? There's still a few of them. There's a lot of them, actually. There's a stunning causes a bleeding explosion. That one's really good. Both of these are really good as well. So are all of these. I'll take both the duo perks with Assassin. I find trying to grab the duo perks over the class-specific ones really nice. Though I probably should be taking the class-specific ones early, just in case I get locked out of getting Warrior from the chest. I'll be able to take, like, Assassin and pick up the last few that I'm missing. Just something to keep in mind. But we're still missing, I believe, three Legendary Warriors, or at least 2. Critical strikes have a chance to punch a nearby enemy. The attack against taunted enemies poisons them is nice, but we are definitely going to take the Legendary here. I'm just going to go for more perks at this point. If I get a Warrior chest, hopefully we get something. Druid, we definitely don't want that. We definitely don't want either of these. Okay, we'll just take Assassin here to not burn through all our rerolls. And gain 60% more crit strike damage. Don't mind if I do. While enraged, our first attack stuns. That's perfectly good. And freezing an enemy does something with our defense. Just one less perk we gotta worry about. Another legendary chest. One of these has to give us an actual legendary, right? Trying to get Guardian and Druid, which is not good. We want more Warrior. I'm gonna re-roll this. I'm gonna re-roll it again. And there's the Mythic perk. We're looking for either the Mythic or the Legendary, but the Mythic obviously being better. Attack is a 15% chance to spawn a whirlwind around you that applies 3 stacks of bleed. There we go. Now obviously we still want everything else, but 2 of the biggest ones are Fury attacks have a 25% chance to grant this Fury, and Fury attacks against low health enemies deal 500% more damage. Hopefully this is sewers. I still have a ton of bandages in my inventory. There's going to be a lot of free perks. Some free stat boosts. We still don't have it. It's just a bunch of enemies. Might as well take the perk and equipment. As long as it's not bleeding daggers, I'm not too concerned. And I do need to now grab stuff that focuses... Excuse me, that focuses on pulling the enemies. That way I can just make sure they get CC'd all the time. Something bleeding enemy causes a blood explosion. There we go. Imagine if this was another double black coin crit moment. It's crit chance. 6% more crit chance or more attack speed. We're almost at max attack speed. This could be... This is risky going for the mini-boss. I am going to. But I do need to start playing it safe. I am on loop 3. We got the 3 bosses. And there we go. Thankfully, our damage is still in an absolutely insane spot that we didn't really have to worry about it. They'll probably be one of the last mini-bosses we go to, though. On loop 4, they're just going to have so much HP. Now, if it's the candlestick boss, it won't be bad, but the problem is those 2 bosses end up being a rather pain. Okay, we already got all of it. For some reason, I thought I was just missing a ton of black coin there. At least I didn't notice it go up. Regenerators. Regenerator is probably the easiest one to deal with, unless you're lacking a lot of damage, and especially early on in your run, it can be rather rough. I had one run where I was just not being able to kill the enemies. Like, I wasn't doing a whole lot of damage to them, so I had to back up a lot because of how many there were, and they all just kept healing themselves. And there was multiple trash cans that was healing all of them as well, and it just made it extremely, extremely difficult. Dash grants more attack speed. I'll reroll this. All of these are good. Ignore pain is huge. This one, we're going to take Yank over the legendary just because we want more pulling. That one's only with armor plate destroyed, and I'm just hoping we're not going to be taking a whole lot of damage or getting hit at all. Still no sewers. I think that's the only way this run would have gotten a lot crazier, is if we had a sewers super early on. But I would be asking for a bit too much. I should be, yeah, I'm near 1,000 black coin again. And thankfully that I took the crit strike pulls enemies now, I should have a bit of an easier time dealing with everything. More HP. We're also still missing the Guardian and Mage perk that gives us HP to ability power. Got hit really hard there. There's a ton of books at that bottom corner. double perks. It's bleeding daggers, but we are definitely going to still go for it. Just going to have to play around our defense, our special. Trying to deal with all the enemies as fast as possible before a ton of daggers just spawn in. That way, at least I can see them. There we go. We didn't have to deal with a single bleeding dagger. There's a good one. I'll reroll for now. Reroll one more time. Okay, well, shouldn't have rerolled that many times. I get way too greedy. I'm gonna need to save my reroll tokens. I'm preferably hoping to save them. But I didn't mean to roll that again. Well, we ended up winning. But for the Warlock perk is one of the ones we really want to hunt down. The one that whenever we attack a cursed enemy, we gain max HP. That'd be a super huge pickup. So if we end up getting all the warrior perks, we might hope to reroll the chest. And if we see Warlock, we'll probably burn a few rerolls there. I could also try to go to the shop instead of... We got hit again by one of the candlesticks. Just to pick up some more key perks. Or at least try to, instead of relying on the gambling from the gamba machine. We're not gonna reroll that. We're just gonna take it. We're gonna take what we can get. We're not doing the mini boss. Thankfully, the normal one was more black coin. I don't think there's gonna be another shop before the next boss. Another legendary chest. Is that... I think that's legendary chest number 5. We also might skip shop because at this point the gamba has paid off so much. We might just do a live by the gamba, die by the gamba type of run. Legendary. Well, we're getting closer. I have a feeling the next one will give us one. Sewers. Nice. We finally got sewers. So many bandages in my inventory. Warrior, yes please. Bunch of attack speed. That's Druid with crit chance. Said perk already owned, but I don't. There we go. Fury Attack has the chance to throw one stunning hammer. I will go for the mage here. I was really trying to hope for that ability power one. We're definitely going to take Warlock. Or curse damage. Let's take this Druid perk as well. Long range, chill nearby enemies. And I'm going to save a bunch of my bandages for the next time we encounter sewers. We still picked up a few perks, which is nice. We definitely want the Guardian Agitate at this point. If we get Agitate, we're gonna be in an insane spot just because of how many stuns we're throwing out. But our first priority and our top priority Chubby Warrior. This is the Loop 3 boss already. I feel like we're making insane progress too. Like, we're just absolutely just going through all these enemies. We're already at 30 Warrior, 30 Assassin, and 21 Guardian. Alright, we're probably going to have to start actually dodging attacks now. Oh, I guess not. We're going to have to do one. Absolutely disgusting amounts of damage. Warrior. I'm gonna reroll this. One more time. There you go, double warrior. I'm gonna reroll this. Fury attacks against taunted enemy grants us attack speed, and for each bleeding enemy, gain movement speed. What is our black coin looking like? I'm just gonna go for perk here. More warrior. Fury attacks apply poison. We should only have a few left. We still have quite a little bit, actually. Warrior might have more perks than Druid. I have to double check that, but it definitely feels like it. So I felt like I did Druid in around 40. I think it was right under 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so Warrior has a full another page on top of it. Authority taunting an enemy grants us max HP and more ability power. More attack damage. We probably should have gone with the Druid there. I didn't realize I was rank 8 because I did not read. But we want to get to that rank 10 as fast as possible. Or soon as possible, I should say. Fast would have been a few loops ago. We are on loop 4. There's a Druid. And there's another Druid. That was rank 10. I'd go one more time. This one is giving us pretty good perks. Oh my gosh. When taking damage, swing a stunning hammer around us. Yes, please. I'm going to stay committed to this one. More warrior. When entering an arena, we gain 2 armor plates. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ego Trip and Growl taunting an enemy has a chance to trigger Enrage. These perk machines are on a whole different level this run. I don't even know what perk I just picked up. I can't even really ask for one more here. We're still getting more. Is this warrior or assassin? It was warrior. We got one more roll. It's a good thing we committed. We ended up getting the Mythic... Mythic Guardian perk, which is absolutely insane. 2 out of our 3 Mythics came from the perk machine. And our damage is once again just ramping up. I should be close to the legendaries. There you go. Fury has a 25% chance to grant more Fury. And I believe the only legendary we are missing now, we're still missing Ignore Pain. We had the chance of taking it. We chose not to, but is Execute. As long as we keep getting more perk rooms, and at this point we are just going to take all the warrior we can get. We got another sewers, hopefully we get something good here. Warlock, Assassin, and Guardian. Okay. Here's Assassin with bleed damage. Killing can be critical. More Assassin. Bless attacks are always a critical strike. What perk do we get? Taunted enemies are now chilled. More Guardian. A legendary Guardian. Defense. We got a legendary off just the blue one. Defense causes our armor plates to explode, dealing high area damage. This is a Warlock. We are going to take it. We're going to get greedy here. That is perfectly fine. What is this? It is a legendary warrior. I have to take this. That is the last one we were missing. Execute. There's no way I could have not taken that. We are down to our last 3 bandages, so we do have to be careful now. Now we have a 500% damage bonus on our Fury hits against weak enemies. And our damage is absolutely insane. I have skipped out on pretty much everything that pulls, so I gotta just keep that in mind. I gotta keep kind of walking around all these enemies. We're gonna take more Guardian. Stunning enemy has a 50% chance to pull it. Savior wasn't bad, just using our ultimate to grant max armor plates. Also, getting an extra defensive charge would be ideal. That way I don't have to worry about juggling the cooldowns. We have a money machine. We are already broke, so we're probably going to hit it just a few times. Alright. Let's see if we can win. Okay. That's okay. I was gonna see if I could just kind of full send it for a second. That did not work out, but that's okay. And at any point now, the perk machine's just giving us 2 perks. At the beginning is probably what we're gonna try to do. Unless we end up saving up a decent amount, in which case we will probably start going to the shops. At least that would be the more reasonable thing to do. Just gotta go for more perks. We are still missing the Assassin plus 50% damage against the bosses. We're also missing a few Legendary Assassins that will really, really send our damage. We have a lot of really good ones, but we're still missing Inhale Fumes, which is going to be one of the biggest ones. Just giving us that near 100% crit chance to track up with our crit damage. What are we missing on Assassin? Yeah, the Inhale Fumes. The damage against bosses. There's a lot of them that are still really good. The deal 35% damage against stunned enemies is really huge. I'm gonna go Assassin here. We got the plus 50% damage against bosses. That is insane. That is insane. We still had like 30 perks. Over 30 perks we could have gotten. And we did get the giant killer. Got a bunch of enemies. Oh, well, there was a bunch of enemies. Double perk. I'll probably just go back to warrior now. And then next loop, we should be able to max it out. Poison and explosions on small enemies is crazy work. Just breaking that little wall, that way I can jump back and forth if need be. Wasn't even close. Free reroll token. And we got buff gain 15% of our max health as ability power. The only insane damage one we're missing now is the Necromancy on Warlock. I'm just going to keep hitting this one. And we ended up winning one more time. Dash grants us movement speed, and this is warrior. Very nice. So we just got a ton more damage across the board. There's a money machine next to a perk machine. I don't think I'm going to get enough black coin. I don't see any chests. There is one. But the enemies are going to have to drop a decent amount of black coin for us as well. And probably won't be able to get there. Now we're just shy. And double perks again. It is bleeding daggers, so hopefully I can just kind of kill all these enemies first. And another legendary chest. Absolutely insane how many we're getting. There's the bleeding daggers hitting us. We gotta make sure we're actually being careful. There's so many of them, too. Thankfully, we can kind of use our special and our defense to not take that damage. Got a legendary out of it. We got a Robe of the Last Pope. Very nice. And more warrior. Dash grants Fury. And let's see what this legendary chest gives us. Oh yeah, I'll take a bandage. Surely that's what I wanted out of, well, the legendary chest, but bandage is probably one of the better things you can get out of any chest, just because you can turn those into perks with sewers. Oh, there's an enemy that spawned in front of me on the chest. I was trying to figure out, I thought I broke the game for a second, and I was just running in place, not realizing a spinning enemy was just waiting to hit me. How many? Okay, so I have 3 keys again. Killing an enemy with a Fury attack has a 50% chance to cause some poison. Some poison explosion, I believe. I should only have a few left. I should be down to, like, at least hopefully under 10. I should probably take a look after I kill all the enemies. I always do that. I always think for some reason that if I press tab or open my inventory, the game pauses. But it definitely doesn't do that, and you will get yourself killed on later loops if you just sit in your inventory. Fury attacks deal 25% additional damage and attack 50% faster. And we only have 6 warrior perks left. We'll definitely be maxing it out next loop. We do have to get to the next loop, though, so hopefully we are able to take out this boss without too much of an issue. And then for the warrior, when you max it out, the stats that it offers you is physical power, fury damage bonus, and poison. Not poison, bleed. It gives you fury damage bonus, bleed, and physical ability power. The things we're going to be trying to go for is the fury and the bleed. This is going to be the name of the game. Preferably a ton of bleed. As much bleed as we can get our hands on. Another sewage room. How much bandages do I have? I do not have a lot. So. Well, I still don't think I have agitate. I do not. I'll take this. The root lash isn't bad. But that is all we're going to grab. Agitate is going to be a super, super huge damage buff for us as well. So we might want to think about trying to go after some Guardian just to hopefully snipe that. Just like we did with the boss killer. That would be absolutely insane. The odds of that happening are very low. And as you can see, our damage is absolutely disgusting, being this late into the run. Most of the time, it takes me a very long time to kill these bosses. It's going to spin here, we're just going to back up. And we're just going to ult him to finish him off. Loop 4 boss dying in, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds? Sometime under the 30-second mark. Loop 5 is where the boss starts getting so much more HP, though, so hopefully we are able to deal with that. Dash grants us attack speed, and pull applies bleed. Crit chance or movement speed? Let's go for more crit chance, just because we still don't have the Assassin Legendary. And if somehow we can naturally get over to 1,000 black coin without having to take black coin runs before the next Gamba machine, that would be nice. More warrior. Well, there's ignore pain. Yes, please. Making sure there's no chest in that kind of corner down there. What's our cooldown reduction looking like? We could use more. It caps at 70%. We're only around 45 to 50% right now. Also, that ring was a purple, and I thought it said Signet. Okay, for some reason, I really read it as Signet of the Necrolord, and I got really confused on the color of it, because I was like, wait a second, that's a Mythic. But I just completely misread the name. It wasn't even close. It was Emerald Ring of the Wizard King. That's a mouthful. Emerald Ring of the Wizard King? Okay. Push just one candlestick. We got 3 warrior perks. You're mine. Now when we start taking warrior, we're going to have the option between stats. Another sewers room. I'm not going to take it here. legendary Warlock is tempting, but I only have 3 bandages left. I need to save them just in case I get in a lot of trouble in a boss fight. And there's going to be only 1 left. There's the physical power. We're just going to take the epic. And the nice thing is because we have some better perk rarity, it also affects the stats, so we can get the legendary and mythic version of the stat increases, which would be super nice. And then once we start doing that, we'll take a look at our current bleed and fury damage just to kind of compare it as we progress. We do have a money machine. Hopefully we can hit like just 3 times in a row. I won't get greedy on a 4th. That's perfectly fine. I have not seen a perk machine in quite a little bit. Oh, there's one. And another legendary chest. I'll wait till afterwards to open it. I'll open my chest first, like my perk chest. I'll hit the Gamba machine next, and then I'll open the legendary chest, just in case I run out of luck on the first 2. Maybe that one can make up for it with a legendary for us. Let's see what the warrior has. That's a lot of bleed damage. What is our bleed damage currently looking like? It's 412%. This is a lot more bleed damage. I'm going to take that. Plus attacks has a chance to freeze. We just got stats. I don't... When you get warrior and it says perk already owned, it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, there's some bleed damage. Summoning a minion to reduce our cooldown. Hopefully we can win 1 double here. That's okay. Legendary now. No. Okay. We'll get there. I will... Now that I've maxed out warrior, I mean, we still have the 1, technically speaking. We still have the 1. But I will probably reroll the chest to Guardian to try to get Agitate. We would be throwing so many bleeding axes, it would be absolutely insane. And then once we get Agitate, then we can focus on getting more Assassin and then just Warrior. There is Guardian. Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. Yeah, so taunting an enemy throws a bleeding axe. Agitate, stunning an enemy also taunts it. And let's see if there's any other forms of bleed in here. Taunting an enemy gives us dodge chance. The extra defensive charge would be nice, and killing an enemy giving us the more crit strike damage would be huge. Or dealing 35% damage. Defense charge is nice. We're going to reroll. Ooh, this one's also good. We're going to reroll. Okay, we'll take the unfair advantage. Deals 35% more damage against stunned enemies. Everything's always stunned, so we will take that for now. That is one of them. We still do need Agitate. Another Sewers. That is a Guardian for cheap. I'll take it. It upscaled. It is a Druid combo. Offensive max HP is not something we want to see. Double perk. Double perk, double equipment. The equipment will only be nice if we end up getting, you know, actual better gear. The double perks is going to be absolutely huge, though. We got a Mythic. And hopefully we get Agitate from this Guardian. Got a Legendary. That one's good, but we don't want it. The Scorpio one's also good. We'll take Sturdy. And just our dash throws the Stunning Hammer. The more perks we take of Guardian, the closer we are to the Agitate, and I'm telling you, that's going to be one of the biggest damage payouts we have. We still have a bunch more damage within Assassin, but just because of how often we do taunt, or we do stun, we want that taunting. It's just so many more bleeding axes. And because our bleed damage is going to get to the point of being so high, it's just going to make up the majority of what we're actually doing. Double perk again. There's also a money machine here. It is poison puddles. It's also protectors, so if one of them gets protected, I gotta watch out. Alright. Agitate. One reroll. The Scorpio one isn't bad. One more reroll. We'll take Safety First and Savior. Both of those are good. Both of those are good pickups. We're almost at 1,000 black coin. Nice. We'll be over 1,000 with this one. So hopefully if we kill this boss and we make it to the next loop, we'll hopefully be close to 2,000 by the next perk machine as well. And then we'll take a look at our bleed damage before the boss. I believe before we started taking any of the pickups for bleed, we were right around 400%. So many small enemies. And if we had 200% more crit damage, that's the other reason we're trying to go for the more warrior at this point as well, is just because it has that perk whenever we kill a taunted enemy, we gain 2% crit damage, stacking up to 200%. For example, I'm going to punch this dummy here, and let's see how high our crit damage is right now. Oops, I should probably go up. 776, can we get it higher? Looks like 776 is our max as of right now. Yeah, it's not going to go any higher than that. If we get some potions for crit damage and we get the 200%, we can reach over 1,000 crit damage. Which would be absolutely mental. There's a perk machine here. Depending on how good it's treating us or how I feel like it's going to treat us, I might use all our black coin here just to help us out a little bit more. Give us any more damage. We're at 1,500 black coin. I feel like this perk machine might... Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Hopefully we can win this one. Okay, well, we're gonna go all in at this point. Physical power, not the greatest. Hopefully we can win at least one. Bleed damage is huge, which... Haymaker, okay. That's one less in the Guardian pool, though. The more Guardian perks we get from this is one less we have to roll for. And this perk machine did not treat us with kindness. I should have just saved. I should have just saved to around 2,000. Once I lost the 2 or 3 times on the 125, I should have walked away. I just felt like I was too heavily invested at that point, which I was not. I still would have had 1,000 for the next perk machine to come around. Hopefully this is just free perk room. More sewers. I'll see what it is. Legendary Mage, but it just costs too much. Alright, we are on the Loop 5 boss. Most of the time this guy takes me at least over a minute, if not a few minutes to kill, so... Let's see how much damage we're doing. Hopefully it is a decent amount. Let me check my bleed as well. Our attack damage is at 1.5. Our ability is almost at 3.5. Our bleed damage is at 577%, and our fury damage is 135%. Our damage is pretty good, but as you can see, it's a lot less than the previous loops, to be expected. That extra defense charge with the cooldown is going to be super huge for us. We're just going to use our special straight into the boss here, into an ultimate. One of my favorite kind of combos on Ironhorn. I just feel like it does a ton of damage for us. Let's go kill all these enemies real fast. Come back to the boss, get some nice chunky damage on him. Because of Ego Trip, we got so much attack damage boost right now. Gotta watch our ult timings because it's kind of awkward coming out of the immunity frame when the boss is in the middle of attacking. Don't want to go in there. Unfortunately, we killed all the ads to get all our damage boost, but... More mortars. Thankfully, we got a nice little corner to hide in. Use our special into the throwing axes, that way we don't get hit by it. It's gonna summon a bunch of dudes. They're just gonna all die. I'm just gonna defense there, play it safe, and there we go. Loop 5 boss killed super easily. Absolutely no troubles in the world. I'm gonna take Assassin here. More dodge chance, and Blessed gain more crit strike damage. I'm gonna still keep going for more scrap over equipment at this point. I know I can just sell the equipment for scrap, but hopefully it's giving me more than 700 scrap now. This should be a good test just to see. No, okay. Going the equipment is probably better. If you get even just an epic, it will sell more than that. More Guardian. Agitate. I'm actually going to take that. The only reason why I'm going to take the purple one there is just because of our perk rarity, so I'm hoping if we take all the other purple ones, Agitate will eventually show up. And once we get Agitate, we're going to pivot to Assassin, or obviously if the chest only is Assassin Warrior, we'll take Assassin. And then we will go back to getting our Bleed and Fury damage as high as possible. Vertical strikes throw a shuriken or while blessed gain attack damage. Ooh. Let's go for that. That's more instances of damage. That applies more crits, which applies more bleed, which applies more poison. That's fine. I should have a decent amount of keys. I have 3 right now. That's okay. I'll open this. More perks. I have 1 reroll token left. I'll probably save it for a double chest room. Double perk room, I should say, not double chest room. And there's another Mythic. There's another Ice Queens. It's another Ice Queens. This one's uber to burn damage, though, which is super huge. I'll take the increased poison damage. We're currently on loop 6 right now, which is a really good run. Hopefully we can keep going. Bunch of enemies. We just got a kite. There we go. The only thing we're really missing from Assassin is, I believe, Inhale Fumes. If we get Inhale Fumes, we're in such a beautiful spot. I'll probably stop taking Assassin perks if I got Inhale Fumes. It's the same with Guardian and Agitate. Once I get that, I can just full send Warrior. Am I missing anything else from here? Oh, the reinforced hits. We're still missing 100%. We're still missing a lot of crit damage from Assassin and Guardian duo. I'll take Dirty Trick here. Yeah, so we are still missing about 300% crit damage. Yeah, poison damage is poison damage is not very good. That's one other thing I would like to see them kind of implement in this game is I feel like different things should just scale differently than one another. Like, you don't have to have everything scaling the exact same. So since poison is so underwhelming, like maybe give it like an additional debuff that it does on top of it. Like, the enemies one-shot you anyways, but it would be kind of nice where it's like, oh, if an enemy's poisoned, they're, like, weak, right? So it's like, oh, they deal less damage to you for being poisoned, and it up to a certain amount of stacks. Like, I think Bleed is fine being, like, the heaviest hitting one. I mean, technically, Curse is the heaviest hitting one, because Bleed and Poison do really good damage over time, but Poison is definitely lacking compared to all the other dots. Curse isn't really a dot, but compared to Burn and Bleed, there's a perk machine. Just trying to grab as many of the kind of Guardian ones as I can. I'll take it. It's not good though. Not good, but it cleans up some assassin for us. Which one was this Guardian one? Nice, we got one of the crit damage ones. Okay, we're about to get 200% more crit damage. Really great perk machine. Which one was this? Okay, it wasn't... It's still not Agitate. It's still not Agitate. I don't actually... I'm very close to being maxed out on the Guardian tree as well, and the Reinforced Hits one is going to be really good, but Agitate is the one we were specifically trying to hunt down from early on. So hopefully we can get it. But thankfully our crit damage should be going super, super high now. There's another perk machine, and it is with the money machine. Hopefully the money machine is kind to us. But I'll show you what I mean with the crit damage stacking up to 200% and why it's so good even later on in the runs. Because even right now... Oh, most of the time it has a little, like, caveat here. Oh, we don't have Agitate, so we're not really taunting the enemies. I don't think we have any taunt because we don't have Agitate, so we can't even trigger this right now. That's okay. Poison Explosion while blessed gain attack damage. I actually think the Poison Explosion... We'll go with Power Blessing. We'll go with Power Blessing. Alright, we have to hit this money machine first. Alright, well, there goes all our hopes. We have one more hope and dream. How did I not get enough? I thought you always get enough for the next one. I just spent 45 and I don't have enough. It's kind of weird. That's really weird. Like, one of my black coins, like, go into the void. Not entirely sure how that happened. Bandages, please. We got a legendary. We got an Amulet of the Safe-Eyed Brotherhood. Please have better perk or something on it. It doesn't, but that... It doesn't. One of these days I shall get a necklace with something good on it. Double perk. Okay. We need Guardian. I'll even reroll for Guardian. I should have 2 reroll tokens. And hopefully we just get Agitate. I'll also take the crit damage one. That one's also perfectly fine. Poison Puddles and Dischargers. Okay. With a bunch of small enemies. I don't know how much the Dischargers does. If it's like a trap, it won't do any damage to us. But if it hits me like it's an enemy attack, it will absolutely obliterate me. So I'm not going to take that risk. We use our special just to get out of there. We took a really big hit there. We're taking some pretty big hits. Thankfully, we are okay. All of these are... This one's okay. I'll take the Kung Fu in this. We should have close to 100% crit chance now, even without the Inhale Fumes. We still want the Inhale Fumes. I don't know if double crit is a thing in this game or not. Or like over critting, depending on how you want to look at it. Because if over critting is a thing, then the Inhale Fumes is still going to be absolutely insane, because we would then be doing double crits. But I don't believe that to be the case. Double perks again. Okay. It's Dischargers and Exploding. Please just don't be small enemies. Please just don't be small enemies. It's on a small map, too, so we gotta be super careful. It's a bunch of books with small enemies. Okay. Not good. Not good. We're just gonna have to, like, kill everything, find a safe spot, and then just hide. Just hiding in between these pockets. And easily taken care of. I don't want anything to do with killing, because it doesn't help us against the boss. Crit chance one is nice. I think everything else we... Max armor plates one is still nice. Poison explosion. Back against taunted enemies. Do it. More dash charges. There's still a few in here that are good. I'm going to reroll this. Okay, I'll take the dodge chance, and then just our dash gives us crit. How much black coin do I have? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I'll go for more black coin. That way, hopefully, we hit one more perk machine before final boss. But we pretty much have every perk that we want. Still no agitate, which is rough. We'll get there eventually. I've cleaned up a lot of the duo perks for Guardian, so the next time I do get Guardian to drop, we should be pretty close to getting it. We got about 4 more rooms. I think 5 more. I think about 5 more rooms before Loop 6 final boss. The doll sells for around 3. It's like 2.5k scrap. It's absolutely huge. I love that doll. Giving me so much of my money back. Assassin. Legendary. Legendary. We got the inhale fumes. Nice. Now we're just missing the crit damage one. The legendary crit damage one. How many keys do I have? None. Okay. Yeah, we're only missing reinforced hits. Poison explosion would be nice. There's a few of them, but other than that, we really don't care for anything in Assassin anymore, if I'm being honest. The crit damage would still be huge. It's 100% more crit damage. Because of our crit chance now, it will just be 100% more damage, which is insane to think about. Give me a Guardian. This is Legendary Guardian. What am I missing for Legendary Guardian? The taunt one revives instantly. There's a lot of them. I have a few bandages. I'm going to get greedy here. It gave us the Druid one. Oh, that's at max and rage stacks. Attacks taunt enemies. Which is what we need. Okay, so this... We got that instead of Agitate. Agitate is still going to be better overall. And if we get it, it's going to be even better. But I do enrage a lot. So hopefully I can get to max enrage stacks. At least easily. I don't know if I can or not. I think I have the stunning an enemy. No, I have taunting an enemy grants me enrage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't have like special enrages me or anything. So I'm still not going to get that crit damage bonus just yet. And here's the boss. Okay. So that was a bit unfortunate that we got that legendary. It will help us out a lot. Help us out a lot, hopefully. There we go. Let's move our coins around. If I lose one reroll token, I'm not going to be the end of the world. Alright, now we have to focus up, because this boss is going to probably take us a minute to kill. Our damage isn't awful, but it's also not the greatest. I need to not get super greedy with damage just because of those throwing axes. It will just straight up clobber me. Watch out for mortars. We're just going to defense through this. We're going to see it in our defense for a second just to recharge our other defensives. Us going to spin here. Yep. Ooh, almost didn't see the boss jumping there. Boss was a bit confused there, which is what we like to see. More mortar shells coming down. We're just going to back up. All the way back up. Probably going to throw axes at us. There we go. Spinning again already. Two back-to-back pretty fast spins. Probably gonna throw axes at me. There we go. Been fighting this boss way too many times now. Way too many times. Hopefully he summons minions here in a bit. He should. He's getting low. I don't know why I went to go jump in there that fast. You definitely don't want to do that. We'll just make sure he's finished spinning all the way through. Definitely want to wait till we, like, dash into our ultimate just to get a lot more damage out of it. Tons of flame waves. Alright, now we're getting ads. Now we should be doing a little bit more damage just because of all our buffs on kills. It's gonna spin here. Yeah. It's always unfortunate when he spins right after he summons ads because you just don't get that DPS window you're looking for. Woo, I thought I was gonna get hit there. I just couldn't dash out of the way all the way on time. Bunch of smaller guys. He's gonna spin, though. The boss is almost at half HP. If I came out of that defensive any sooner, we would have been absolutely clobbered by the boss. I'm gonna wait to kill these guys until he almost finishes spinning. That way I can just get a DPS bonus. We are making progress. It's slow, but we are making progress. Flame waves and mortars. Always an annoying combo. Almost didn't see that one. We're just going to use our defense, waddle our way through. It is nice when the boss just kind of gets stuck when spinning. That way I don't have to worry about dodging it. Woo, watch out for that flame wave. They always come out of the ovens, and if you're, like, on the backside of the boss, when that happens, it's really, really difficult to see. Didn't realize he was throwing there. I thought he was just swinging again. We got some really huge damage there. Just gonna back up. There's just mortars everywhere. Adds here. Into a spin. Once we get agitate, hopefully we get it on the first shot. I mean, let me focus on the boss first. Let me focus on the boss before I start talking about what I hope to do for the rest of the run, because this fight is definitely long from being over. We still have a decent ways to go. One of the things I do now is whenever the boss just summons the, like whenever he jumps and summons the flame wave, as Ironhorn, I just use my defense and waddle through because he throws axes the majority of the time. So if you just waddle through it as it's about to hit you, he'll just throw axes and then you can just defense both of them without having to use an extra charge. Like right here. And exactly like that, you just block both the attacks. That way you don't have to dash over it. I just feel like he absolutely spams mortar shells. Hopefully we can get a really large DPS window on him when he summons the his two spinning homies. Just more mortars. And that's why you don't want to stand too close to the ovens, because if something like that happened, like if that flame wave came out just even a second sooner, I was getting absolutely blasted by it. Just something to be mindful of. Ooh, didn't see him throw there. Down to about 15%. So, flame waves and throwing axes all together. Crazy combo. Should start spinning. There we go. Ooh, he's spinning. For some reason, I thought he was just gonna throw axes or summon adds there. He's just kind of out of sequence. On about 5%. We're not gonna get greedy. We have this fight. Just gonna dash, use our ultimate. Should be close to dead. And boss should die here. And there we go. Loop 6 has been beat. We also did it without taking a single hit. So far, this build has been absolutely insane. Build has been absolutely insane. In order to stop this video from being too long, we will probably call it a successful run there. I will have the end of screen stats. I'm going to keep going. It's just because these bosses' HP just ends up getting so big that this video would end up being about a 4 or 5 hour. Even if I just go one more loop, it'll probably take me another 50 minutes just to beat the next boss if I do manage to beat it. I'll show the end of the run to show exactly what stage and what boss we got to, and then we will see how much bleed damage, and then I will also make sure to show our bleed stat before we end up fighting each of the bosses just to see how far we can get. But as of right now, we're at 577% bleed damage, 135% fury damage. Still not maxed out on our cooldown reductions, but this is the build so far, and we are, when in combat, reaching such high crit damage. All this is kind of visually bugged right now, but we're about 800%, I would like to say, once we're actually hitting an enemy. And for the rest of the run, we're just going to be trying to get Agitate and then just focus all on Warrior at this point. But if you ended up enjoying today's video, hit that like and subscribe button, as it's greatly appreciated. Until next time, take care. Hello, we are back. This is the final stats for the run that we just recorded. We ended up dying on the very next boss. We couldn't make it past that whirlwind attack that was super delayed, but we ended up doing 2.5 billion damage with the build. Our attack doing 1 billion damage, and our bleed doing 617 million, so still contributing to a good chunk of our overall percentage. Not as strong as Curse. Curse was about 1/3 of our overall damage, where this is, what, about 1/5 or so, 1/6 of our damage. So this was also with 1000% bleed damage boost. We ended up getting it to over 1000, and our fury damage bonus was about 300 or 400%. We never got Agitate, which would have really helped out with our damage a lot. It wouldn't have saved us here just because we ended up dying to the spin attack. I was standing in front of the boss, and we ended up taking a bunch of hits from it right before the attack even went off. But that's okay. It does happen. But these are the final numbers. 300, alarm level 2.8 million, and 146 on Warrior. If you like this series, hit that like and subscribe button, as it's greatly appreciated. And until next time, take care.